Chapter 25. Islam. Islam is the religion of allegiance to God that began historically with the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a blessing repeated at each mention of his name, so greatly is he revered. According to its own account, it began as the way of life, order in which God intended for his creation from the start. Human rebellion and sin meant that God constantly sent prophets, including Moses, called Musa in Islam, and Jesus, called Isa by Muslims, to summon people back to the proper din. However, with the exception of Muhammad, they were all rejected, persecuted, even killed. Muhammad was told to warn his people in the town of Mecca, in what is now Saudi Arabia, and although he was rejected by the majority of people, some saw and heard the truth of God being spoken through him. These people made up the first small community of Muslims who, as a result of persecution, moved with Muhammad to Yathrib in 622 CE. This move to Yathrib, which is now called Medina, is known as the Hijra in the Islamic calendar, which is lunar and shorter than the solar one, begins from after the Hijra. Islam means entering into a condition of peace and security with God through allegiance and surrender to him. Muhammad discovered as a young man when he used to go to Mount Hira near Mecca to search for the truth about God. It was here in a cave on the mountain that he was overwhelmed with a tremendous sense of God pressing upon him and saying, "Recite in the name of your Lord who has created man from a drop." These are the first words revealed by God, which were later collected into the Quran, the Islamic holy book. It is divided into chapters and verses. The Quran is God's utterance and has been with him in heaven from eternity. God has sent this utterance as guidance to mankind through successive messengers such as Musa and Isa. From this first moment on Mount Hira, Muhammad was given the all-important understanding that if God is God, there cannot be rival accounts of who God is, and there cannot be rival gods or many gods. There can only be God, and for that reason he is called Allah. Neither can there be rival religions or people divided against each other. All people come from God and return to him after death for judgment on their actions. All people therefore should become a single community, and every action and aspect of life should bear witness to the fact that there is no God but God and Muhammad is his messenger. This witness is the Shahada, the first of the 5 pillars of Islam, the foundations of Muslim life. The 5 pillars give structure and unity to Muslims all over the world. The Quran is the non-negotiable authority in Muslim life and belief, but it doesn't cover all circumstances in detail. After the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE, the Muslim community split. Those who thought his successor should be the best qualified man chose Abu Bakr. They became the Sunni Muslims. The other group became the Shia Muslims, who thought that his nearest cousin and son-in-law should succeed him. Not much separates the two groups in beliefs and practice, but Shias exalt their imams, a succession of leaders, whom they regard as a line of inspired teachers. There have also been bitter political divisions. Within 100 years, Islam has swept over the known world from the Atlantic to China. Today, a quarter of the world's population are Muslims. In Arabic, Allah means the God. Jihad comes from Arabic jahada, he made an effort. There are many ways to make an effort in the cause of God. Fighting in defense of Muslims is one way. Muhammad spoke of fighting as the lesser jihad. The greater jihad is fulfillment of a personal goal, overcoming wrongdoing in oneself. A fundamental role of lesser jihad is that it must be fought in defense of Muslims under attack. What reason have you for not fighting in the cause of God and of those who are defenseless among men, women and children? Muslim life is based on Quran and Hadith, which are drawn together into Muslim law in the schools of Sharia. Thus the Quran commands jihad and the rules governing it are developed in Hadith. Sharia law was compiled by religious experts and relates to all individual and communal activities and looked to the Sharia for guidance on morality and faith.